Hello, good evening. I'm Melanie. Now I'm going to talk about the modern American English dialect. American English started in the 17th century when English settlers arrived in the United States. Over time, their English changed because of contact with other language and culture. For example, Native American language and immigration language influence pronunciation and vocabulary. American English is considered a national barrier because it is spoken across the whole country, but it still has different dialects. Compared the British English and American English has fewer dialects, but there are still clear differences. These differences are mainly in pronunciation and some vocabulary depending on the region. And now I will explain the Western American English. This dialect is spoken in the western state of the United States, such as California, Nevada, and Arizona. One important feature is the cut merger, which means that word like cut and cut sound the same for many speakers. And another characteristic is the sound I, like in the word time, stay as a diphthong and doesn't change. Also, the U vowel is often pronounced more the front of the mouth, especially in the word like food. This feature made Western American English sound different from other regional dialects. Thank you.
Is Anderson. I'm going to talk about two types American English accents, North Central American English and Midland American English. North Central American English is spoken in Great Lakes areas such as Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. This accent was influenced by European immigrants, especially from Germany and Scandinavia. Because of this influence, the accents often sound nasal, the vowel sounds long and very clear. Many people can recognize these accents easily because it sounds different from other American accents. Middle American English is focused in the central part of the United States, including states like Ohio, Indiana, and Kansas. This access is more neutral itself. Um, it does not have a strong pronunciation feature. Uh, for this reason, it's very common in TV, radios, and schools. Many English learners hear this accent often and feel more comfortable with it. Accents are not only about pronunciations. They also show the history, culture, and identify all the people in each region. Even while people speak with different accents, communication and usually clear and effective. For English, learning listening to different accents is very important and helps improve listening skills and make us more confident with speaking English. In conclusion, North Central American English and Middle American English are different, but are the correct and important parts of the American English.
Regards Magister, I'm going to talk about the American English dialects. That means that we are looking at how American English sounds different across the country. These differences are divided into two categories: geographic and social identity. First, we have Scots and North. In the eastern New England, in Boston specifically, they are non-rhotic. That means that they drop the R instead of say the park the car, they said park the car. They drop the R. In Mid-Atlantic, cities like New York and Philly have very sharp, unique intonations. In the north, near the Great Lakes, they have the northern cities Lowell Ship, which change how they pronounce basic vowels in the conversations in the works actually. Then we have the Heartland, that is the Midland and south of the country. In the middle, Midland. This is the most neutral way of speaking English. Is the basis of General American, the voice that you usually hear on the news or in the radio. The South is the largest region and it is famous for the Southern drawl, stretching the vowels, and the classic word yeah. They always say yeah. Then we have the West. And the West is the region is more uniform in the way of speaking. It means future is the coat merger, where words like coat and coat are pronounced exactly the same. Then we have the social and ethical dialects. We need to know that it's not just about location when we talk about dialects. It also have to be with social and culture. Then we have African American Vernacular English that has its own complex grammar rules. We also have Chicano English that is shaped by Spanish influence in Mexican American communities. In conclusion, um, from the airdropping in Boston to the yawl in the South, the dialects are what make American English so diverse in the country. Thank you.
Hello, Magister. I am Maritza Cueva, and we are going to review two of the linguistics pillars of the United States. First, England Northern America English. In the Great Lakes region, this dialect became established between the 19th and 20th centuries, driven by industrial expansions, and was long considered the standard for national radio and televisions because of clarity. Its biggest milestone is the North City's vowel shift. Process describes has a chain rotation of six short vowels that drastically alters the phonology of the regions, raising the short A to a higher and more nasal positions. Cities such as Chicago and Detroit are where this phenomenon has been most prevalent. And two, Eastern New England English. This dialect is one of the oldest with roots in the 17th century. It was brought by British settlers from southeastern England and settled in areas such as Boston, what is now Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island, and remain closely linked to trends in London. Linguistically, its most notable feature is no rousings, that is, they stopped pronouncing the R at the end of words. Example, car, sound like car. Historically speaking, this way was only a geographical issue, but also a mark of high social status. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Jenny Espinosa de los Monteros. I'm going to talk about Western New England English. Western New England English, which is one of the modern American English dialects. This dialect is spoken in Vermont, Connecticut, the western part of Massachusetts, and also in the Hudson Valley area of New York. One important characteristic of this dialect is that it is rhotic. This means that the speakers pronounce the R sound clearly in all positions. For example, in words like car, heart, or father, the R is fully pronounced. Another feature is the horse measure. In this dialect, these two words sound the same. The same happens with the border merge, where both words share the same vowel sound. The code count merge is different depending on the area. In the north, like Vermont, Both words sound the same. In the south, such as southern Connecticut, they sound different. In the middle area, like western Massachusetts, the pronunciation is similar but not exactly the same. In conclusion, Western New England English is a dialect with a clear pronunciation of the R sound and regional variations in vowel sound. This shows how geographic influence the white English is spoken in the United States. Thank you.